I'm an Uber driver in Cape Town and I got robbed several times. This is my story today. I want to share with you a story that happened to me about being robbed, about being an Uber driver. So, a lot of people they think being an Uber driver is an easy job. You'll be seated, you'll be just driving around people, and you'll be exploring, you'll be seeing the world. But it's not that easy, and we have got so many difficulties. So I'll be sharing a lot of difficulties on this channel also, since I've got experience in that and I've been doing it for a long time, and I know how to survive in those things also, in those aspects also. So here is my story. Since I've been doing Uber, I got robbed more than 5 times, and I've been doing Uber for more than, I think it's almost 5 years. Being robbed as an Uber driver is something that is so dangerous because you will be alone and nobody can notice that you are being robbed, and people can even end up killing you. So this is my story, and this is what happened to me on the 23rd of December, 2023. So in 2023, on the 23rd of December, I was that person who was preparing for his Christmas, and the Christmas was coming. And obviously, I was so happy that Christmas is coming, and I was trying to prepare for it for my family so that my family can enjoy. And then on that day, I woke up early in the morning. I went out in the field to hustle. And I went out in the field. I did some field trips, and then I came back around past 10, past 11. I washed I bathed, and I did whatever I wanted to do, rinse myself and refresh. And then I went back in the field around, back to the field around, I think that was around 3 p.m. And then I got a ride from Unaton to Khayelitsha. And because that was that time, it's peak time, like in the summer, I was going to Khayelitsha, and I usually don't work in Khayelitsha, but because it's peak time, I ended up relaxed, and I even picked a person who was going to Khayelitsha, and I was so cool with it because these people around that time, they will be spending, and people will be, you know the thing about festive season. So I picked this person going to Khayelitsha. We went to Khayelitsha, and we had a very beautiful chat on the way, and the chat was awesome. And the trip, and I dropped that person in Mandela Park. There's a place called Mandela Park. It's so beautiful in Khayelitsha. It's a beautiful place. Yeah, Khayelitsha has got beautiful places like Mandela Park. It's quiet and bit beautiful, and also there's Lita Park. That's the suburb. It's beautiful also. So Khayelitsha is not that bad. It's not everywhere where it is bad. So let me move toward my story. So what happened? I dropped that person, and the trip was awesome. And then I decided to park at Khayelitsha Hospital, since I'm not that person who is used to Khayelitsha. I don't know Khayelitsha well, and I didn't have much knowledge about Khayelitsha. So I had to park somewhere where I can be safe. So I parked at Khayelitsha Hospital. I chilled there waiting for another trip, because I was like, if I go without anyone now, if I don't go with any rider, that means I'm not gonna maximize my profit. If I want to maximize my profit, I have to take another ride here. If I take another ride, I'm gonna maximize my profit. And to be realistic, in December the price is so high, so obviously you will be making a lot of money. So I picked this person. So in whilst I was sitting in at Khayelitsha Hospital, waiting for another trip, I got a trip going back to Muniton Parklands. So I saw a trip going to Muniton Parklands. So I was like so glad that I'm going back to the side that I always work around, in the side that I know, the side that I'm so familiar with. So I drove to pick up the person, and the person, I checked the rating before. So this wasn't an Uber trip now, because I came with an Uber trip, but now I got an in-rev trip which was going to Muniton Parklands. So I checked the ride, and the rider had 5 star, and the rider had more than seven, if I'm not mistaken, more than 7 rides. So obviously the rider wasn't a new user, and the rider had 5 star, meaning all these 7 rides that she took, she had 5 stars. She had 5 stars, so she had very good rating. So I was like, let me take. Moment I got there by the pickup point, she even messaged me, I'm coming. Just give me 5 minutes. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Since 5 minutes is maximum time that a driver can wait for a rider, and after that the rider has to pay more. Or if it is that the rider doesn't want to, if it is that the driver want to cancel, you can also cancel after 5 minutes. So I waited there. I think within the first 3 minutes, I saw a guy coming, approaching my car, approaching towards my car. So when I saw that guy coming towards my car, he was so young, like I think that guy is 16 years old. So the moment he was approaching, I even chilled. I didn't think of anything, and my doors were locked, and my car was on. My car was in gear number one, and my foot was already on the pedal, waiting for if anything happens, I'll drive away. That's what I was thinking. Since it's Khayelitsha, Khayelitsha, you have to be away. So I saw this guy approaching yeah, towards my car, and he was walking on the side of the road, and I was like, nothing. He's just going wherever you're going. So I saw him passing. Whilst he was passing, the moment he got aligned with the driver's window, he threw something towards the window, and the window broke at that moment. And that at the same moment, I tried to drive away. The moment I tried to drive away, I think I panicked, and the car switched off instantly. The moment the car switched off, his hand was already on the ignition, trying to pull out the key. And the moment he tried to pull out the key, I hold his hand. And in the same instance, I don't know how quick these guys are. In the same instance, I saw more than 7 guys trying to open my car, trying to open the car, trying to pull me out through the window, pulling me, beating me, and I managed to go out of the car. The moment I got out of the car, there were also 2 guys who were out. They started slapping me, and telling me to get inside again, and I managed to run away. The moment I ran away, yo, these guys, they opened my doors. They opened all the 4 doors, and they removed all the mats. They took out the radio. They took out everything that they can take, and they opened the car as if they are doing car wash in the middle of the road. They took everything that they could take, the radio, the whatever it was there, the money, the phone, the charger, whatever, which was something that they can take at that time. And then they saw also there were some mini cakes which were in the car. They also took, like, I think maybe they were hungry or whatever, and then they took that. And then I was just waiting. Maybe I was just standing something like 100 meters away, because I go to this house which was something like 50 meters away. I tried to shout so that they can help me, and they even tried to beat me also, and I even ran away from them again, because they were like, you are a thoughts, and I wasn't even a thoughts. I was someone who was calling for help. So I ended up running away again, and I ran away. They did that, and they took everything. They went out. They ran away. The moment I came back to my car, I saw the car was empty. Everything was. It was like cleaned. It was empty. And I checked for the keys. They went with the keys. I tried to look for the keys, and there's this car which came, and then it switched on its lights so that I could look for the keys. And then I managed to get my keys something like 50 meters away from the car. That's where they throw them. They dropped my keys. I took the keys. I switched on the car. I put my sandals on the seats, since the seats had glasses. I put my sandals on the seats, and then I started driving towards the police. When I go to the police, I tried to report. They told me, "Oh, you are blood everywhere. You can't report now. Go to the police. Go to the clinic." So I was like, "Hey, now I need to go to the clinic. I need to come back again here in Khayelitsha," and I was so scared. And then I just drove straight home. When I got home, I opened the door. When I got in, my wife just started to cry. She just started to cry, and that's the first story. I'm coming in the second story. So I don't know what to think about this. And do you think this job is safe? And do you think you can do this job for 20 years and then you escape death? I don't know what you think. Do you think you can do Uber in Cape Town for 20 years and you do not die? You escape death for 20 years. Thank you so much for watching this. If you watch this until now, please subscribe. Please just subscribe, like, and share. Thank you so much. Love you guys. Love you. We're going to keep on posting new content. We're going to keep on even posting couple content. We're going to keep on posting life story content, and more is coming. Thank you so much.